In a big, beautiful farm, a playful white kitten named Lucy lived happily. She loved playing with her best friend Luna, and nothing could stop her from running and jumping around, not even when she was sick. One day, Lucy felt cold. Her throat hurt. Her body felt weak, and her nose was stuffy. But when her mom brought her a warm and delicious bowl of soup, Lucy frowned and said,
"I don't like soup."
Then her mom held out a spoonful of medicine and said,
"Take this, sweetie. It will help you get better."
Lucy shook her head and said,
"Medicine tastes bad. I don't want it. I'm not that sick."
Without resting, she ran outside to play with Luna. But after a short while, Lucy's body started feeling hot. Her legs felt heavy, and her head started spinning. She had to return home, where she climbed into bed, exhausted. She quickly fell into a deep sleep. Suddenly, in her sleep, Lucy felt like she was in another world. Everything around her was glowing and strange. Before she could understand what was happening, a soft but strong voice called out,
"Lucy, wake up!"
She opened her eyes and saw a beautiful fairy in front of her. The fairy had sparkling blue eyes, shiny silver hair, and glowing, transparent wings. Lucy gasped and asked,
"Who are you? Where am I?"
The fairy smiled and said,
"I am the health fairy. You are inside your own body. Since you didn't take your medicine or rest, you need to see what the viruses are doing inside you."
The health fairy took Lucy's hand and led her through a bright red tunnel. Alongside them, big red droplets were moving in a steady flow.
"This is your bloodstream. It carries nutrients and oxygen to your whole body. But now look closely."
Lucy looked around and suddenly saw tiny, strange creatures attacking the walls of the bloodstream. The health fairy said,
"These are viruses. They have invaded your body, and if you don't fight them, they will grow stronger."
At that moment, from a distance, shiny white soldiers arrived, wearing bright armor.
"These are white blood cells, the defenders of your body."
The soldiers rushed toward the viruses, their glowing swords raised, and an exciting battle began. But something was wrong. The viruses were stronger than ever. Lucy shouted,
"Why is this happening? Why are the viruses winning?"
The health fairy sighed and said,
"Because you didn't take your medicine or eat healthy food. White blood cells need strength, and without your help, they can defeat the viruses."
Then the health fairy turned to Lucy and asked,
"Do you want to see how sickness makes your body weak? Come with me."
The health fairy and Lucy traveled to the heart. It looked like a big red engine, pumping steadily, but something was off. It was beating slower than usual. The health fairy said,
"This is your heart. It is working hard to pump blood, but your body is getting tired. If you don't rest, your heart has to work even harder, and you will feel weaker."
Next, they went to the lungs. Lucy's lungs looked like two big balloons, inflating and deflating. But something was wrong. The health fairy pointed and said,
"Look."
The viruses had gathered in a corner of the lungs, creating thick, sticky mucus that was blocking the flow of fresh air. The health fairy explained,
"This is why you are coughing and finding it hard to breathe. If you take your medicine, your body can clear away this mucus, and breathing will be much easier."
Lucy looked at the health fairy and said,
"I didn't know that not taking medicine could hurt my body so much."
The health fairy smiled and said,
"And there's one more thing you need to see. Why healthy food is important."
They arrived at Lucy's stomach and intestines, which looked like a giant factory filled with colorful pipes. But unfortunately, Some of the machines had stopped working. The health fairy said,
"This is your body's energy factory. Here, food is turned into nutrients to keep you strong. But since you didn't eat your super healthy food, your body has no fuel."
The health fairy continued,
"If you eat healthy food, this factory will start running properly again, and you will get better faster."
Suddenly, everything around Lucy began to spin, and she opened her eyes. She was back in her room. Her mom was sitting beside her, looking at her with concern. Her mom said,
Lucy, sweetheart, you're awake.
Lucy remembered her journey, the brave white blood cells, the dangerous viruses, and the energy factory. She didn't want her body to get weaker. She smiled and said,
Mom, can I have my soup, please?
Her mom looked surprised and said,
Really? You always say you don't like soup.
Lucy laughed and said,
But now I know how important it is.
After that, she happily ate her soup and took her medicine. A few days later, she felt completely healthy again. When Luna came to invite her to play, Lucy smiled and said,
I'm going to rest today because I know my body needs strength.
From that day on, Lucy always took her medicine, ate healthy food, and rested when she was sick, because she knew it was the only way to win the battle against illness.
For new stories and music, subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to tell your friends and like the video, and if you want to talk to me, leave me a comment. Musical time!
In a farm so bright and wide lived a kitten full of pride. Lucy loved to jump and run. Playing with Luna was so much fun. But one cold day she felt so weak. Her throat was sore, she couldn't speak. Mom brought soup so warm and sweet, but Lucy frowned, I won't eat. Then came medicine in a spoon. Take this, dear, you'll feel fine soon. Lucy shook her head and said, I don't need that. Then off she fled, she ran outside, but not for long. Her legs felt weak, her head felt wrong. Her head felt wrong. Back to bed she closed her eyes and woke up in a world of surprise. A fairy bright with wings so light said, Lucy dear, you're in a fight. Viruses inside you grow, your body's weak. You need to know they walked along a tunnel red where little germs attacked and spread. The fairy said, look over there, white blood cells fight with strength and care. But oh no, the fight was tough. The germs were strong, the war was rough. Lucy gasped, why can't they win? The fairy sighed and spoke again. You didn't rest, you didn't eat. Your body's tired, it needs a treat. Healthy food gives strength and might. Medicine helps your cells to fight. They reached her heart, it beat so slow, and in her lungs thick mucus flowed. Her stomach's pipes were clogged inside. No food, no strength, it couldn't glide. Lucy cried, now I can see healthy food is good for me. Rest and medicine help me too. I'll take them now, I promise you. Then suddenly she heard a sound, opened her eyes and looked around. Mom was there and smiled so wide. My little girl is back inside. Lucy grinned and said, you see, I'll drink my soup, it's good for me. She ate her food, she took her dose, and soon she felt so strong and close. Now when sick she knows what's best. Eat and sleep and take some rest. Lucy learned, and so should you. A